Good evening. Hopefully people will show up, goddammit. Yeah, I just couldn't think of a good enough game to fucking get people in, so I was just like, fuck it, I'll do a normal live, and if we get enough people to play, then fucking Nightmare Priority sounded pretty good, you know? I haven't played that one in a while, you know? Well, Jax has already said that she's going to be working late, so I know Jax ain't going to show up. So Jax gets a pass. I tell you last night. Yeah, I thought of that at work today too. I was like, "Fuck!" I forgot to ask him last night how Backrooms was. Yesterday from 4 to close. Backroom was sold out. Went today at 2. Was barely able to get a ticket. Damn. Yeah, it did $39 million last night. Apparently, just last night it did $39 million. And on Thursday, it did $10 million. So I'm like, it's looking at a fucking $90 million weekend. So if I wake up early enough, I might go see the 11 a.m. showing. And how was it? Was it good? The third so-so. Okay. I did look for it online because I was like, fuck, if I can just find it online, I'm just going to watch it. Like I did with Mortal Kombat 2. I was just like, if I can find it online, I'm just going to fucking watch it. I couldn't find anybody online that had it. So I was like, fuck it, I guess I'll go see it. 4.5 out of 5. Okay. Well, yeah, I just heard an interview on what was it, Wednesday, with the kid who made it, Kane Parsons. He said that if the movie goes well, he has an idea for a 9-part TV show. So we might be getting that, considering how well it's doing at the box office right now. That's what we need to start doing now, is just turning memes into fucking movies. Next up, fucking overly obsessed girlfriend. Turn that shit into a movie. Just fucking, you know. I really wouldn't call Backrooms a meme, really. But you get my point. Fucking 30 minutes of preview. Man, I like previews, man. That's like one of the best parts of going to the movies, man. You gotta sit there and watch the previews and shit. The one theater I go to, because like there's one theater I go to here, it's like family owned. So like whenever I go there, they play 2 fucking previews. That's it. Every time I've gone there, they've played 2 previews. Went and saw The Long Walk, 2 previews. I think Mean Girls had a couple others when I went and saw that a few years back. But I think like recently, what did I go and see recently? What was the last movie I went and saw at Collins Road? Scream 7. Scream 7, 2 previews. That's it. So the fucking local theater doesn't have back rooms for some reason. I don't know why. I got to go to the fucking, what they call the Galaxy. I got to go to the Galaxy tomorrow if I want to see back rooms. My trailers, it's all the commercial. Oh yeah, like the little fucking, yeah, like the Galaxy that I go to. It's a Marcus Theater, so like they'll play the previews, and then like yeah, before the previews they play like, you know, this theater is brought to you by Ram Truck, and it's just like, okay, you know, and then like maybe they'll play like another one, you know, like fucking, I don't know, like fucking maybe like I'm on internet or some shit, you know. Then they play the previews, you know, and then, you know, it's a Marcus Theater, so like the owner, Greg Marcus, he always like pops up right before the fucking movie starts. And then they play like one more fucking like commercial, but it's always like for like turning off your fucking phone, but it's always brought to you by like a company. You know, just for example, it's never this company, but it's the first one that came to mind. It's like Taco Bell wants you to remember, turn off your phone while the movie is playing. You know, it's always some other company though, and then finally the fucking movie starts. You know, but Coca-Cola, yeah. See, it's always like Coca-Cola wants to remind you that, you know, talking during the movie is not cool, you know, which I don't mind because, like, yeah, I'm a very picky moviegoer. Very picky moviegoer. You know, unless I know you, unless I know who the fuck you are, I don't want people sitting next to me, in front of me, behind me. That's how picky I am. That's why, like, if I go see like a Scream 7, I went and saw Scream 7 opening weekend, and you know, it's a theater where you have to pick your seat, which that's a fucking another can of worms that I don't want to fucking open. But I picked my seat and I picked the fucking front row. And the lady looked at me, she was like, you know, that's a front row seat. I was like, yes, ma'am. You know, because I know nobody wants that fucking seat. Unless it's like a packed fucking theater. you know, and it wasn't a packed theater because it was like 12 o'clock in the afternoon, you know, because then I know people aren't going to be sitting around me and shit, you know. Whereas if I sit like a couple rows back and everything, there was a chance there's going to be people around me, and I don't want to be fucking sitting there, you know. I don't like when people are fucking chit chatting and shit. You know, when I hear the fucking, I'm like, shut the fuck. Even during the trailers, shut the fuck up during the trailers too. I don't care if it's just the trailers or not the fucking movie. Shut the fuck up during them too. All right. I don't want no fucking chicanery during the fucking movie. Like I went and saw Texas Chainsaw Massacre: The Beginning in theaters, and somebody brought a fucking baby. And I was just like, what the fuck? Who brings a baby to Texas Chainsaw: The Beginning? You know? And like, I was just so fucking mad during that movie. People are laughing at parts that weren't funny. That's another thing. Don't laugh at shit that ain't funny. You know, don't be making up your own jokes and shit. And if you do, keep that shit quiet. Because like, I went to a movie one time with a friend, and we saw the trailer for the movie The Strangers when it first came out, the original. Um, and there's a line at the end of the fucking trailer where she's like, "Why are you doing this? Why are you doing this to us?" And he simply replies with, "Because you were home." You know, but like the way we heard it in the theater was, "Because you're a hoe." And I whispered that, or I think she whispered it to me. She was like, "Because you're a hoe?" And I was like, "Yeah, he broke in because she's a hoe." And we were just fucking dying laughing, but we were holding it in. You know, we're like, you know, because we didn't want to disturb anybody, you know, like, and people just don't have that fucking etiquette when they go to the goddamn movie theaters these days, you know. It was sold out. Age group was teens to 80. Everyone was talking, but when the movie started, I was surprised everyone was clapping. Yeah, when they do like the little preview show, like the little fucking like, you know, where they're showing like the fucking, you know, trivia, you know, like fucking this unknown actor starred in Forrest Gump, and you're like, fucking Tom Hanks, like what the fuck, you know, that bullshit. Yeah, fucking talk away, dude. Now I pull out my phone and fucking scroll. I don't give a shit, you know. When the trailers and movies start, like I tuck my phone away and make sure. So if I need to check the time or something, I'm like, I don't want nobody seeing my light or anything, and people don't have that etiquette. But again, if you sit up front and everything, fucking, you know, you don't have to worry about the fucking lights, everything like that. Like I said, I'm a very picky moviegoer. Like I usually put my shit in the cup holder, you know, so I can see it, you know, if it vibrates or some shit like that. And then so like if it's in the cup holder, I'm usually like, you know, in case I need to check something, you know. Or if I'm like watching a movie and I'm like, I know I've seen this motherfucker before, I'll get down and like scroll like IMDb or something if I really need to check something. I'll get down and scroll. You know, I'm very picky. That's why unless it's something like Scream or like something I'm really excited for, you know, I'll tend to wait a week before going to see the movie, or I'll just watch it online these days. You know, like Mortal Kombat 2, I really wanted to go to the theater and see that because I didn't get to see the first one in theater. But then I was sick. I was laying in bed and I was like, if somebody has that fucking movie online, I'm going to watch it. And they did. It was a theater fucking recording, but it was a pretty good theater recording. So I was like, fuck it, I'm just going to sit here and watch it. You know? Yep, I knew this show was going to be a bad idea. The sound for Backrooms is awesome. Oh, oh yeah, well, you have to have that humming sound, and you know the. You got to have that. Do I have a backup game? Yeah, the backup game is me getting off the live and just going upstairs. That's what it is. See, you weren't here in the old days, man. In the old days, I'd start the live at like fucking. I think I started at 6 then too. I think I've always been a 6 o'clock fucking live person, and like, or maybe it was 7. I can't remember, but I would start it. Let's just, for the example's sake, say 6 o'clock. Okay, so like back in like 2020, 2021, such like that, I'd start the live at like fucking 6 o'clock. All right. And I'd sit here and wait and everything. And depending on the day, oh, that's what it was 6 o'clock. And if it was 6 o'clock, I would give people fucking 30 minutes. I was like, if we didn't have like a crowd or a group going in 30 minutes, I just signed off. Said, fuck it. You know, 7 o'clock, you had 15 minutes. You know, because I was like, fucking, that's a longer time. I was like, it's 7 o'clock. I've been here longer. Fuck it. Give 15 minutes. And if no one's like here conversing and shit with me by 15 minutes, I just sign the fuck up. You know, Leo is the one that pretty much changed that, because Leo would always be here like fucking chatting me up and shit like that. You know. I don't know. I really don't want to go upstairs and watch YouTube videos all fucking night. So I don't know. And I might grab it. I haven't committed to this yet, but like for media night tomorrow, I was thinking about grabbing a tote and going upstairs and grabbing a fuck ton of the TV shows that I have upstairs. But then I have to haul them back upstairs, and that's the part I really don't want to fucking do. Bringing them down here is the easy part. Bringing them fucking back up is like the fucking bitch part. Like most of the shit that I've brought down here for media night has been staying down here, and the TV shows can't stay down here. I haven't really looked online that much. Got home. Is Fatu still wrestling? According to reports, he is. They could change it up last second, like they did fucking Paige. You know, the Nikki Bella Page thing. TV shows. Yeah, like I said, I haven't committed to that idea yet, because I don't know. I have a couple boxes down here that either I've been through before, and it's just been so long that you fuckers be like, it'd be quote unquote new to you, or B, I just haven't gone through before. I just bought a TV show, man. I found Brooklyn Nine-Nine for $20 on eBay. I was like, $20? Fucking give me that shit. They sell that shit for like fucking. Oh no, that was the old price. They were selling it for $50 at Walmart. So I was like, I'll pick that up. I watched a couple episodes of it. It seemed pretty cool. I just gave up watching it. Not because it wasn't bad. I just fucking found other shit to watch. Yeah, complete series. Fuck yeah. Because what I do is I go to eBay and search in complete series DVD, and then I arrange them in order of newly listed. I want the newest shit listed and everything. And then I just scroll from there and everything. And I was actually pretty deep down when I found that. I was just like, I was scrolling. It was either shit I don't want, shit I already have. So I kept scrolling and shit. And then I came across Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and it was like $20. Or I could bid $8 and start it. And I was like, ain't no way in hell I'm doing it. I don't bid. I've been fucked too many times. And I did pay it back. I did fuck somebody a couple months ago, and I kind of felt bad for it. There was literally 3 seconds left on the clock, and I kind of fucked them. And then I didn't even want it. You know? It was for fucking 4 CDs that I didn't even fucking... It was for... Okay. Here, let me bring it up. Let me see if you remember these CDs. You probably saw the commercial fucking years ago, but let me bring them up. So there was this CD that I've been... I don't know why I've been wanting it for years, because there's there's actually something on it, but... Have you ever seen these CDs? Okay. So, like, the first one actually has some fucking bangers on it. I'm not gonna fucking lie. You know? It has some Enya on there, and has some fucking... It has the Tubulant Bells from The Exorcist and the X-Files theme, like, remixed and everything. There's some fucking bangers on here. Okay? I'm not gonna lie. So, I'm looking up copies on fucking... No, when I first found the video store, I asked him, I was like, you wouldn't happen to have a copy of this, would you? And I showed it to him on my phone. And he was like, ooh, if I do get that, it will probably be in my dollar bins that I get every week. And I was like, right on. So I go check the dollar bin. Nothing. Right. So I was like, all right, whatever. And for some reason, it's one of those things that bugs you. You know, you ever get something in your brain that you're just like, fuck, I got to have that. So I go on eBay and I start looking up Pure Moods, the CD. The only ones that I can find for like a reasonable price is like this 4-pack. It comes with Pure Moods 1, 2, 3, and 4, plus like a spinoff they did called Celestial Moods. So I'm like, all right. Starting bid was $5. I was like, all right, $5. I'll take a swing on this at $5. That's cool. $5. Got outbid. You can set a max bid on eBay. So I set my max bid. I was like, listen, the highest I'm going on this fucking $10. It's a fucking CD, man. You know, $10. Day later, outbid. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? I just want the fucking first CD. That's all I want. And then I'm looking at the backs of the other CDs. I was like, actually, some like I think Blue Man Group is on the 4th one, which I'm like, I do get funky with some fucking Blue Man Group. Okay, so I was like, all right, you know what? I'll set my max bid to 15 right away. I was outbid. I was like, fuck, somebody went higher than 15? I was like, 20. 20. That's it. $20. I'm throwing a 20 on it. That's it. Hey, Death Punch. So I throw a 20 on it, and that's fucking it. I was like, that's it. I'm throwing a 20 on it. Day goes by, because it's like 6 days. You know, you got to wait. Throw a 20 on it. I get outbid. All right. I was like, fuck it. They can have it. Fuck it. I don't want it. I don't want it. Fuck it. The last 24 hours comes down. eBay's like, hey, don't forget. I'm like, I didn't fucking forget. I don't want it. It's up to $28 now. Because I stopped bidding at 25. I was like, I don't fucking want it. It's like the last 5 hours, and eBay's like, hey, you wanted this, remember? I was like, I'm not fucking buying that. It's up to $31 for these fucking CDs. I'm at work. We're in a slow moment. I'm looking at my phone. I'm watching the clock tick down for like 2 minutes. You know? It literally, when I say literally, I don't mean the figurative way. I mean literally gets to like 5 seconds. And it's at $31. I slide my phone open. I type in 32, hit send, 3 seconds left. Boom, I win. I was like, I feel bad that I had to fuck that guy over, whoever was winning this. But like, I really wanted that fucking CD. You know? Then here's the fucking kicker. I get the CDs and everything. Talking about eBay fitting. Taylor had some fun with that a couple months ago when she was looking for an e-reader. Here's the PS to the story. I get the fucking CDs. I have my fun with it in the car, fucking listening to hi, oh, I. You know, I'm listening to that shit in the car. People were looking at me like, what the fuck is he saying? I go into fucking Razzle Dazzle one day and shit. I look around, do my little dollar bin and everything. I come up, I put my movies on the fucking counter. I look behind the fucking, because he keeps certain things behind the counter sometimes. I look behind the fucking counter. There's Pure Moods. I was like, that is not the CD I asked you for when I first came in here. He was like, yeah, it is. I was like, and what do you want for it? $285? And he was like, $485. I was like, man, I paid $32 for these online. He was like, but you got them though. I was like, I don't think you're quite getting the point here, Chris. That's his name, Chris. You know, I have no idea. Here, let me see what they're going for on eBay right now. Hold on. Like, I don't know, just like show, like, I don't know, I get his personal picks, I guess. I don't know. It's not like expensive shit. All right, let's see. Let's see what they're going for right now. They're probably like $2 a piece now, just to piss me off. Man, is this still $24? If this is still $24, I should buy this. Hold on, let me see this real quick. It is. Fuck, I should buy that too. All right, I'll worry about that later. Hold on. All right. CD. See, $12. I'm not paying $12 for it. See, at least for $32, I got all of them. $23. 1023. It's 2026, man. 708 plus $5 delivery. No thanks. 1449. See, I was looking for $2. That's what I was looking for. I'll give you $2 for this fucking CD. See, there's not that many ones. It's all 2, 3. It's at $23.82. Oh wait, did I fucking? There we go. Making sure I brought the screen up. $577 plus $510 delivery. $18.90. See, like, what the fuck, man? This one is just CD only. You don't even get a case, and it's $9.99. Here's some horse shit. Oh, man. That's outrageous. Yeah. I think it's funny how I said that, considering I did buy a CD the other day. There's a Pure Moods playlist on Spotify. Yeah, there was, but like I wanted to listen to it in my fucking car, and I have Apple Music because I'm lame. You ever hit up yard sales? No, not here. I used to hit them up here for board games, but then I stopped. Once board games fucking let me down, I was just like, okay, we can We can stop that now. All right. Well, it took people a couple extra minutes, but they showed up. Man, really? I'm almost out of these fucking gummies? Shit. Well, to be fair, these do last a bit longer now that I'm not doing it 3 times a fucking week. I can leave. Okay. Somebody got hostile real quick. I can get worse. I was gonna go leave a comment on your new profile picture, but I remember I had a flashback to that one time I left a fucking comment on a picture of yours, like when I lived in Houston, and somebody chewed me out for it. So I didn't. Made me look like Edward Pale, so I just went with it. It looked good. I don't know. I was gonna post a GIF and everything, but I was just again. I had that flashback, and I was just like, no thanks. If that person shows up again, I don't even remember who it was. So, is it the same one? Let me see if it's the same one. Go to channel. Oh no, it's different. Okay. No, not the same one. No Family Feud tonight. We weren't real sure on how many people were going to show up, so I was like, I'll just do a normal live, and if we get enough people, I'll get live. I'm having a stroke over here. I'll give Funky and everything, and maybe we could play Nightmare Priorities. I figured that'd be kind of fun to play, even though it's a game that y'all pissed me off with, but it's okay. I finally made the Facebook invite for my birthday next month. It's going to be pajama theme. No, I haven't taken them yet. They're right here. I don't like taking them when there's like, I'm always afraid to take them with like just Elijah chilling in here, because then if like nobody else shows up, I've just wasted them. Then I'm just tripping fucking ass later, like watching fucking TV. And that, depending on what I watch, it can be kind of fun. I only use them for here. If y'all think they're like, oh, it's like fucking Tuesday night and Will's not live, he's probably fucking taking some gummies and watching TV. No, it's never the case. Usually when I'm fucking live here is usually like when I'm doing them, because I discovered I'm somewhat entertaining when I do it. We piss you off with every game in some way. Sure. Not trivia. Well, no. Yeah, you do. Jennifer fucking ruined trivia for a bit. You don't love us only. That's not true. It'd be the same thing if it was only you in here. I wouldn't want to take the gummies if it was just you in here. Then it, fucking whatever. It's because we're Mexican. Man, you might as well just put a Zig Heil on the fucking end of that sentence. It's because we're Mexican and Elijah is a white man. Zig Heil! Fuck. Hold on, no, this is bothering me now. I gotta fucking. There's got to be a game we played where. Dirty No. Broke that game. I got one. I got one. Mixtape. Even though technically not a game, more of a discussion piece, but never gotten pissed off with that one. Liar! Mixtape is one that I've never gotten fucking mad at anybody. But I think you're right on everything else. Because Adult Pictionary, yeah. Mad Gab, yeah, you broke that within 5 minutes. Priority and Nightmare Priority. I want to say trivia, but to be fair, that wasn't my fault. That was kind of Jennifer's fault. Huh. I think I pissed you off with Mixtape. Let's play it back in there. Okay, if that's true, though, all right, if you believe him, let's go with that theory, all right? It's not a game-related issue. I'm talking about like fucking like game-related shit. Or like I'm like, all right, Erica's number one fear would in this case be fucking snowstorms, and she's like, what? That's my fifth one. I'm like, the fuck? That's the kind of shit I'm like, And technically, Family Feud, the movie edition, I didn't get mad at that one. Erica got mad at that one. Yeah, I'm gonna call you. Want to call me out? I'm gonna call you out too. Erica got pissy with that one. I admit that though. Yeah, now. Elijah said, fuck this shit, I'm out of here. You're all poo-poo in my book. Well, at least she's honest. Yeah, we're just stepkids. Technically, Elijah would be a stepkid too. If we're using this analogy, technically, Death Punch would be the fucking child in this because he was here back in 2020 when I actually started fucking being like a full time, not full time, but you know what I mean, but like an actual live streamer. But that was when I was still mixing fucking live, like live streaming with like actual content. You're not my real kid. And then like I just gave up on like the actual content because of the reasons I've stated before. And then you changed it and pick faves now. It's okay. They're there. Well, I was like, well, we got our 3 people, man. I'll go ahead and take these gummies and shit. But then Elijah disappeared, so it looks like that's out again. What gossip is happening at work? You know, it's funny that you mentioned that because my boss today actually said, hey, Will, sometimes I peruse your YouTube channel to see if you're talking about us at work. And I was just like, oh, that's funny because I do mention this place. And then I told him, I was like, there used to be somebody who came in, Leo, who would always want to know, like, oh, what happened at work today? Because I was working in Iowa City. But ever since I've came here, I mean, yeah, there's been a couple speed bumps here and there where I've had some issues and some wacky customers every now and then, but not as bad as it was in Iowa City. I mean, go back to when I was working there and everything, and like every day when I'd come home and hop on a live or some shit, I'm like, you'll never believe what fucking happened today. All right, sit down. But ever since moving to this other store, man, I give the whole Will Smith. How come they don't want me, man? How come they don't want me, man? Didn't I just do that speech the other night? Oh yeah, I did it last night when you weren't here. Yeah. We were playing A Quiet Place. I was looking at the trophies for A Quiet Place, and like some of the trophies are just like complete this level in 2.5 minutes. I'm like, the fuck? Yeah, I could probably do it if fucking like if I turned off the mic. Or like one level I did last night, it took me forever, but like because I was being killed and fucking taking my sweet ass time, but it was like complete this level in 7. I was like, what the fuck? Yeah, fuck it. I'm just gonna have a little fun tonight. We'll have a little fun tomorrow. I gotta pick out some stuff for media night tomorrow. I don't know what I'm gonna pick out. So how was Clue? Oh, you still got one more day. Never mind. Oh, I didn't show you the picture. Death Punch. Let me show you this shit. Where is it? Can I forward this? Yeah. So I walk into the fucking video store that I go to every Friday. And he has TV screens in there. One plays like music and it pops up with like the artist and the song and everything like that. The other one he just puts on a fucking movie. You can't hear it, but he just puts the movie on. And he's playing that movie on it. He's playing fucking Clue. It was beautiful. I cried and shit. Yeah, then you watched the wrong Clue. Or I don't know. Fucking movies hit people differently. I cried during Beth Cooper, so I mean, I don't know. So maybe you saw the ending and you're like, this is beautiful, man. This is beautiful. I don't know. I asked Death Punch what he thought of Clue. And I was like, oh wait, shit, he has one more day before, and he was like, oh, I loved it. It was beautiful. I cried and shit. And I was like, the fuck? I don't know what Clue you watched, man, but I was like, I don't know. Movies hit people differently. Like fucking I cried watching Beth Cooper, so I don't know. You saw right through my ruse. Your what? Your ruse. Your cunning attempt to trick me. If it's any consolation, you'll like it better than Beth Cooper. Although I don't think you gave Beth Cooper a fair chance, but I'm not going to open that can of worms right now. I actually fished out somebody who didn't read my book that way. I forgot who it was. But my first book, Stories No One Asked For, I asked them, I was like, did you like my book? They're like, loved it. I was like, yeah, did you like the story about the shark? They're like, oh, it's my favorite one. I was like, that's funny because I don't have one. Walked them right into it. Let them right down the fucking primrose path to that one. No, it wasn't Jason. I think it was somebody who fucking doesn't come in anymore. I think it was, I want to say it was HC, I want to say. Or JC, whatever his fucking name was. MC. Fucking Death Punch knows what I'm talking about. The fucking Dishes is dung guy. Yeah, Tim. Man, it has a great cast. Tim Curry, Madeline HC. There it is. Tim Curry, Madeline Kahn, Christopher Lloyd, Martin Mull. Those four right there alone. Not to mention Michael McKean. Yes, it was the first board game movie. And considering the attempts they've made after that, the only good one. Who's the fourth person? Madeline Kahn. She was a very funny actress. She's also in when Bill Cosby stopped doing the Cosby Show. He did another sitcom for CBS. She was on that show. You know. No, I mean watching. We'll fucking say that then. The dishes are done. Yeah, that's what you two used to always say. That's why I was just like, if I say that, he'll fucking remember. Hopefully, someone will make a Mousetrap movie. I think they did. It's called Mouse Hunt. I swear, if you rip on me like 13 or 14 more times, I'm out of here. You like it when I'm mean to you? I mean, not really. Mouse Hunt, is it? No, it's a live action movie with, I want to say, Nathan Lane. For some reason, I always mix up Nathan Lane and Richard Kind, but I'm pretty sure it's Nathan Lane. HC was somebody who it was one of those things we kind of had like a little bit of an issue together and we patched it up, but it's like one of those things where like, okay, we patched it up, but like things were just never the same after that. You know, you ever have that type of an issue with somebody where like you go through some shit, you patch it up and everything, but things are just not the same after that? Because rounds are short, we can play multiplayer games. Yeah, but now y'all just turn Mousetrap and life into games that just fucked me over. It's not even about like let's play Mousetrap or let's play life so we can win the game. Now it's just like, can we just fuck over Will for an hour and a half? Yeah, it's fun when we actually play the game, but when we turn it into just like bending me over and fucking me, you know. Fucking the CPU's got like 40 pieces of cheese. Death Punch has got like 39. Elijah has like fucking 29. I have 3. And fucking Elijah's just like, I want to steal from Will. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm over here starving. I don't have any cheese to feed my family. And you want to steal from me? I am not part of the fucking. Yeah, I don't know why you never want to play games with us. Can you imagine if we had like fucking like 6 people playing fucking Monopoly? You know how long that would take? That would take us all fuck night. I blame you've been putting in jail so many times in Monopoly. Me, you. That's I don't blame. You okay over there? You need some water? Why not? Why say lot word when few word do trick? Kevin Malone. Too damn long, I get sleepy. Okay. That's kind of the issue with Monopoly too. That and I just get tired of all the fucking auctions. If we just bought the shit and kept the game moving, I'd be okay with it. Probably gotta start playing at 4 to do that game. Yeah, that's kind of an idea. And I thought last time we put in enough. I thought being able to build on the property without owning all of the colors would speed it up some. Boy, was I fucking wrong. I was like, man, this will speed the game up fucking quickly, man. We'll just start building shit. All right, man. I tried playing it different to make it funny. It backfired. I mean, the first time it was like, all right, you're playing some weird fucking Monopoly here. You know, the second time I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Third time I was like, if y'all do fucking auctions all fucking night, I'm gonna lose my fucking mind. Again, I'm okay with an auction like every now and then. Like if somebody doesn't have enough money to buy the fucking property, cool, let's auction it. But it was just like every fucking like first roll out the gate, you roll a 3. We land on fucking Baltic Avenue. It's just like auction. I'm like, what the fuck? It's $60. Like fuck. I got fucking Death Punch over here who won't let me get a fucking deal on it. You know, I'm like $1. Like it's $61 now. He's like, all right, I'm good. I just didn't want you to have a deal. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I've played games of Monopolies with Taylor that have started at 8 my time and gone till 11. Say fuck that. That's where it's like, fuck this game. You win, Taylor. Now, where'd you get the pink 50s at, you cheating whore? Don't fucking touch me. Taylor's the cheating whore. That's why I don't play Uno anymore. Because when we had that storm back in fucking 2020 that knocked our power out and shit for 2 weeks, one night we thought it'd be fucking like cool to play Uno. So I go to my room and I had like different decks of Uno and I grabbed the Ghostbusters Uno deck. We started at 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock. One hand. One hand. All right. Every time somebody's close, somebody drops a draw 2 or draw 4, you know, the typical shit. And, you know, that happens in Uno. That's cool. But one hand of Uno should not last from 7 o'clock to 11 o'clock at night. Like, I was almost out again. It's like 11 o'clock at night, and it was funny for a bit. And then, like, I'm about to go out, and I got hit with a draw 4. I finally just said, fuck this. I'm going to bed. And I fucking went downstairs, and I went to bed. I couldn't do it anymore. I was like, I will never play a fucking hand of Uno again. The closest I ever came to doing another hand of fucking Uno again was oh, no, that was before 2020. Never mind. Forget I said that. I was like, was that bit in fucking Game On? But that was before 2020. How could you play that long? I do not know. It just kept going. We are in hurricane season now. Here I am, rock you like a hurricane. Bam, 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 bam. Here I am. Okay. Oh, I forgot to tell you. Oh, I think I finally thought of the fucking. She just plays how I play. We're not gonna win. Draw that shit out as long as possible. Block every monopoly you can. I think I figured out the crutch of the Area 51 story. I think I got it. All right. So here's what I got. I think you guys are gonna like this. All right. So the guy Duran, he's a cafeteria worker at Area 51. He has a buddy. All right. He brings lunch to. One day he brings lunch to his buddy. All right. He sees, I don't know, maybe an alien. I don't know. He sees something that he's not supposed to see. Okay. The next day, he's bringing lunch to his buddy. He goes to open the door and he hears, like, what do you mean he saw this? He wasn't supposed to see it. Now you know what we have to do to him and everything. And he hears that, like, the fuck? You know? He hears that, bolts. But I need a way to get him out of Area 51. That's what I'm stuck on now, because he needs to get out. Getting him in there is easy, because I researched that. Getting him out is going to be a little tougher, because, like, he can't just fucking run out, obviously. The trash. I don't know. Because not only does he have to get out, then they're going to have to realize he's missing, which that's easy, because they're going to have to go and take care of him, and then he's going to be gone. And then that starts the chase. Plus, I got to incorporate the radio and everything, so... Can y'all give me ideas of things to add to my Amazon wish list? Gauges. On the list. I feel like I should know more about you. Are some of the ones I wear a lot. Sweet. No, see, the thing with the plane thing is, though, I want him to go to the little alien. So, like, he needs a vehicle or needs to run or something. That's what I need to figure out. Oh, what else does Erica like? Oh, I know what she likes. Let me just look up some merch for it. Hold on. Here I am. Rock you like a hurricane. Here I am. Okay. What is this? Oh, here you go. All right, let me. Hopefully, this will copy and paste here. Nope. Fuck. Mirror the screen. Okay. Yeah, that might be easier. There, I was gonna send the link for these right here. How about these King of the Hill socks? sneaks out of the laundry hamper. It's one of those big rolling ones. Classic movie trope. I can't add vagina or dick to the list. Yes, you can. You could add fleshlight. Fucking Diana got me a fleshlight 1 year from fucking Amazon. I'll tell you what. I was thinking this right here, but I don't think it'd really be up your alley, this Hank Hill plushie. That and I was thinking the hat. I was like, I don't think she really wears hats like that. Like, that's more me than fucking you. And where was it? There was something else, not the shot glasses. I don't know why they're showing me Caesar dog food when I look up King of the Hill. Oh, here you go. Oh, I think you have that in your fucking wish list. The fucking that's my purse. I don't know you. I'm pretty sure you have that, or you have it now. I think somebody got it for you. Why is my trans life showing up for King of the Hill? What the fuck? Do you know what I typed in Amazon? And I'm not going to be mad Desperate Housewives showed up, especially season 3. That's a banger season. Anyway. Oh, here's a Lego brick craft. 586 piece set. Hank Hill figure, lawnmower, grill, cooler. There you go. Never mind, that's $50. All right. A Bobby Hill plushie would be fun. He's more squishable than Hank. Let's see. No Bobby Hill, just Hank. Oh, they have a 6'7" plus. 6'7". Oh, they have cheese proof plush. Spencer's has a pillow that I want so bad. Yep, no Bobby Hill. Oh, I want this Cookie Monster. Oh, here you go, Erica. Bob Ross plushie. There you go. A happy little icon right here. Oh, here's a garbage fire. All right. Oh, he's a makeup artist for his friends' indie movie company. He has stuff with him. He goes somewhere and changes himself. What? No, that's too convoluted. And a Bobby Hill show. Oh, okay. Well, I passed one that said first. I don't know you, but I figured I know you had one in there 2 years ago. I don't know. I haven't typed in anything to Claude yet because, like, I'm still debating what I'm going to do in Maximus here because as a book, it's not going to work. I figured that out. On paper, it's not going to work. I thought it would after all these years, and I have a Bob Ross with Linda Blair on it. And Bob Ross is smacking her with a paintbrush saying, beat the devil. Oh, okay. I was like, Linda Blair, why? Okay, I get it now. Like, why the fuck would. I have a Joker shirt somewhere. It's a classic Joker fucking painting Jack Nicholson Joker or vice versa. It's fucking Jack Nicholson Joker painting fucking classic Joker. I have one. I'm somewhere. If you're breaking into my house, can you please leave? Tell me, I ate too many gummy bears. Does he meet the alien before he gets out? Well, he doesn't meet an alien. I think he just sees one, maybe dead. I don't know. I didn't really have it fleshed out. Okay. Right back. Taking the dog out. All right. I just had the general skeleton of the idea. Like he sees something that he ain't supposed to see while giving food to a friend. That was pretty much all I had. Because I did. If I disappear, it's because I do not feel well. All right. Um. I forgot what I was saying. Oh yeah. So I just had the general shell of that idea. Because like I said, I don't even know when I'm going to be working on that. Still debating what I want to do with Maximus. The audio drama sounds really good, but that's a big commitment. You know, I have to fucking download sound effects and um I'll have to get somebody to play Tiffany and I don't know who. And then plus I got to figure out a way for them to I know I can't just get somebody like Jackie to play fucking Tiffany because she doesn't have like any professional equipment to record the voice. So I would have to get somebody to record it. So that's numero uno problem number one right there. Is your new book on Alien? No, it's about back. Do you know who Art Bell is? Art Bell used to have a radio show, and it was like about the paranormal, UFO, aliens, ghosts, shit like that, and people would call in, ask questions, everything like that. He had a caller one. He was talking about Area 51, and he had a caller here. I'll just play the fucking thing. We're not doing much. Hold on, let me share my screen. Oh, it probably helped. Fuck. Now the drugs are kicking in. Playlist. So, 1997 syndicated talk show host Art Bell received a frantic call from a man claiming to have worked in Area 51. So.
Online, you're on the air. Hello.
Hello, Art.
Yes.
Hi. I don't have a whole lot of time.
Well, look, let's begin by finding out whether you're using this line properly or not.
Area 51.
Yeah, that's right. Were you an employee or are you now?
A former employee.
Former employee.
I was let go on a medical discharge about a week ago, and I've kind of been running across the country. Oh man, I don't know where to start.
I'm afraid it was a medical discharge.
They're gonna they'll triangulate on this position really soon.
So you can't spend a lot of time on the phone. So give us something quick.
Okay. Okay. What we're thinking of as aliens, Art, they're extra dimensional beings that an earlier precursor of the space program made contact with. They are not what they claim to be. They have infiltrated a lot of aspects of the military establishment, particularly the Area 51. The disasters that are coming, the military. I'm sorry, the government knows about them, and there's a lot of safe areas in this world that they could begin moving the population to now, Art.
But they're not doing anything.
They are not. They want the major population centers wiped out so that the few that are left will be more easily controllable.
Discharge.
Was that it? Oh, okay, wait. It's still there. Okay, yeah, he lost it. So, getting chills. So, apparently, to save time, apparently, a couple months later, somebody calls in and claims it was a prank. You know, they called in and said, "Hey, it was a joke. Does this sound familiar?" They did the crying voice and everything. So my next book is about what if that call you just heard was in fact real. You know, was like when he made that call, he said, "They're triangulating on me right now." What if he was being chased by somebody from Area 51 at that moment? You know, what the fuck did he see? Why was he medically discharged? Like, what the fuck went on that he is that fucking scared? So, like, that's what my next book is about. It's about, like, what if that call that you heard was real? And it's going to be basically he's at Area 51. He starts getting chased, and then it leads to that phone call. And we'll have some, like, radio things in there, too. It leads to that phone call, and then I'll have, like, a fucking ending, which I have an idea. But I believe in this stuff. Well, let me see. Is the second half on here or backup system? Trying to see if they have like where he calls back and it was a prank. No, okay, this is after the signal loss and everything. Because the signal losing, you know, they found kind of weird. Like, oh, that's weird that the signal lost as they were talking. You know. on, let me see if I can find where the guy calls. Area 51 caller. Because he calls back and claims, or he supposedly calls back and claims that it was a joke, but see, now I can't fucking find the follow-up to this. There is a second part to it where he calls back and was just like, does this sound familiar, Art? Well, no. I've had this idea when, at one point I wanted to be a filmmaker. So back in 05, I was working, or back in 04, I should say. Back in 04 and 05, I was working at Blockbuster Video. And all the fucking crazy shit that happened there. I was like, this would make a good movie. So I started sitting down, actually writing the characters out for the movie and everything. And like I've said before, that's where Wendell was really born. The fucking this guy right here, that's where Wendell was really born. Long before he had a voice and everything like that. So, obviously never made the movie, obviously. But that idea has always stuck with me. Like I can make clerks in a video store, So once I did Between Dreams and Waking and Chasing Dreams and Reality, I was like, that's it. It's time. It's finally time to write Maximus. Because like the whole idea was going to be Maximus. His name is Max, fucking meta. Takes place in a video store. Crazy shit happens, but I need a story. I can't just write a book with crazy shit happening. Fucking boom, the end. So it was going to be linked by like Max, nervous to ask out a girl, ask all the employees for help, wacky shit happens, ha ha ha, So I feed all the ideas to Claude, and I have like 2 pages worth of ideas that I feed to Claude. And we're working on it and everything. We get an outline, and he runs me a draft, like a mini draft, and I was just like, okay, this needs to change. And I gave him like a full, about another page worth of like notes, essentially, just like this needs to change. I don't like this. We need to do this. We need to do. He gave me another run at it, and I was like, there's just something to this that I'm not, because like I told Claude this, and like you could probably tell from like lives if you were ever here for any of them, the passion that I had for fucking working on In Between Dreams and Waking and Chasing Dreams and Reality was like so fucking much. There were times I couldn't wait to get off these streams so I could go work on it. And coming home from work, I was like, I'm going to get off of work. I'm going to go work on the book. That's what I'm going to fucking do. I was so passionate about working on those and seeing like the notes and everything that we're doing and what Claude's giving me and everything. I'm just like, there's something about this I'm not liking. So I finally told Claude, I was like, listen, it's not you, man, but like there's something here that like I'm not digging. Like something's not on the paper that I can't fucking find. He's like, it's better to find it now than 200 pages in. So Jackie is actually the fucking one that came up with it. She was like, well, this sounds better as an audiobook because then you can hear the voices of people and everything. And I was like, that's actually not a fucking bad idea. And I listened to like a lot of audio dramas, So Maximus it's in the idea phase for an audio form. So it might happen. Like I said, I'm still on the fence with it. I might just fucking back burner Maximus again for a little bit. And just go to the Area 51 story. I'm not 100% yet. I'm not even 100% on the Area 51 story. Like I have a couple of other ideas that I have written down. Like I have this one right here. This is just a half a page idea, but that's something I'm working on. This is all Chasing Dreams and Reality shit. Are you gonna make it sound a bit more old timey? Well, I mean, typically audio dramas, are professionally sounding, right? So I would prefer to do it like that. Like here, I got like fucking 4 other ideas that I could work on right now. One is kind of iffy. I think once you get the first part rolling, like how he escapes, where he goes, already solved. I mean, pretty much. I mean, like that one. Well, we were talking about Maximus before you came back, but with that one, yeah. But like, I just remembered that he had a medical discharge in the audio call. So like, him seeing something that he wasn't supposed to see, not gonna fucking work now. I still like him being a cafeteria worker because they do have those. I looked it up. So I like him being a cafeteria worker. Maybe he sees a fucking alien. We just lay it out there. He sees a fucking alien that he's not supposed to see, and he gets bitten by one. I don't know. I started working on a sports movie, but it's about disc golf. So it's very niche. Maybe he's not working late. Chicken cafeteria. And something sneaks out of quarantine and he comes in contact with it. Well, I don't want to make Area 51 look like something came out of quarantine and like well, he did say something like, I don't know. I got to go back and fucking look at the conversation some more. You know, I really got to break down that conversation. How about if the alien gets loose, he can shapeshift into a woman? All right, I'm gonna head out. I really thought that was going to be an idea for a second. I mean, I don't think I have an erotic. The closest I have to an erotic story idea, Elijah, is it's very basic. It's fucking, it's a guy. He's a casting agent for a porn movie. Okay, and he's seeing fucking girls all day. You know, hey, come in, drop your fucking robe. Okay, we'll call you. Da, da, da. And then the next girl comes in, and it's his fucking high school sweetheart. You know, and he's like, "What the fuck?" You know. So then he's like, wait. So then they have this like, basically it all takes place in like the span of an hour. This whole fucking, or hour and a half, I should say. This whole conversation takes place within the span of an hour and a half. Hey, Diana. And it's about like, why are you doing porn? What happened? Imagine like a fucking like After Sunset type of movie, Before Sunrise type of thing. And it's kind of like that. And it's basically a deep conversation between two people, you know, and it becomes like trying to talk her out of like auditioning for his porn movie and everything, but it becomes like, you know, I gotta pay the bills, and then like the last fucking pages is just her like fucking going in, and it's like, okay, action, you know, and then boom. That's the closest I got to an erotic fucking story, man. Elijah talking about horny. I know, right? Shit. I know Elijah's just sitting there like, why does this motherfucker keep trying to write a romance novel? Stop trying to make romance work, motherfucker. No, I don't. I don't have the only one that I have a name for. I have two that have a name. One is Predator versus Predator, and the other that was just a fucking gag. The trampoline thing. That was because I didn't have an ending to the real story. And the other one is Chains of Destiny. Those are the only two that I have like a solid title for, and even those could change. The original title, I didn't say that in the podcast, but the original title of Between Dreams and Waking was Dreams of Justine. That was the original title of that. I actually went through like a very long process of changing the title of Between Dreams and Waking before I just kept it. Like it almost at one point it almost became what was the one that fucking Carla and Jax like? A lot of people liked it, and I was just like, but it doesn't make any fucking sense when you read the book. It was something violin. I don't know. It was an adjective in violin. People like that, and I was just like, yeah, but the story's not really focused on the fucking violin. You know, they're like, but it sounds unique. I'm like, you're right. I'll give you that point. It sounds unique, but like the story's not about. I want something. I want a title that's going to tell you the story. You know, and was it Melancholy Violin? No. Justine's Violin. No, that wasn't it either. Oh fuck! What am I doing? Claws up. Where's it? Let me get this one right here. No, I think it's here. Oh, we're talking about the soundtrack. Okay. All right, I can't find it. Because I know I had a whole list of different titles I was going to use for this. And, that's the fucking... Probably help if I was on the right fucking book. Here it is. Justine's Violin. That's what it was. I was right. These are some of the fucking... I've seen a lot more people talking about using Claude recently. I'm telling you, man, Claude's good. Here are some of the alternate titles that were not used for the fucking book. The Violin Made of Starlight. Where Love Learns to Fly, which I was like, I might as well just title it Gay. The Garden of Impossible Things, which again, I'm just like, that doesn't tell you about the fucking story. That's like a thing that happens in there. When wastelands become wonder, which I'm like, no. The music between worlds, the deepest layer of reality, which I'm just like, no. What Dreams Remember was one that I liked. I was like, what Dreams Remember? I kind of like it. The Waking Dream, which, yeah, I kind of like that one. I kind of dug it for a bit. Reality's Beautiful Lie. which I'm like, Claude, that's some good shit you on right there, buddy. The Dream We Choose to Believe, which that was probably my front runner. Like, if I wasn't going to pick between Dreams and Waking or Justine's Violin, which was the favorite, I probably would have went The Dreams We Choose to Believe. Two Dreams, One Soul. The Love That Transcends Logic. Finding You in Every Reality. I was just like, well, fuck, man. Like, I could have used that for the fucking sequel. Damn. The Promise to Find Each Other. I was just like, well, fuck, let's just fucking... Why don't we just write the ending on the fucking back of the book? Love Beyond the Possible. And this one I kind of like. Artist and the Girl with the Blue Hair. Like, that is literally a title Claude pitched to me. The Floating Garden Chronicles. I was like, at this point, you're not even fucking trying, Claude. You know? The Boy Who Painted Dreams. I'm just like, dude, you're running out of fucking options at this point. When Magic Becomes Visible. Oh, here's a good one. The Canvas of Loneliness. Which I'm like, huh? You know? Melodies of a Dream. The Wet Dream. Oh my God. Oh, I didn't incorporate that idea? Oh, damn. I just missed another idea that I really wanted to put in there and I didn't. Damn. Okay, here's a perfect example about how I feel about Maximus. Look. Here is an example of all the notes I wrote down after reading the first draft of Chasing Dreams and Reality. These are all the notes that I personally wrote down about what I liked, you know, what needed to be changed, what I wanted to change, everything like that. Okay, you see all this? Here's what I wrote down after reading Maximus. Ever think of doing a horror book? I don't have a horror idea in me. Exactly. So like that's when I really started to like question Maximus as a book. You know, I don't think I have a horror idea in me. Remember, I came up with like the game show one, but like I don't. I back then I liked it. Now I don't. Trying to think if I'm trying to think of a horror idea right off the bat. I'm trying to think of something because again, like everything's been done, and the whole point that like I want to write a book is like I want to do something that's never been done. If there's a book out there about it, then like fucking I don't want to do it. You know what I mean? So like I don't want to write another book on like vampires. You know? Unless I can do something really fucking creative with it. And at this point, it's kind of hard to do anything fucking creative with it. We had a chance with zombies, but we did everything with that one too. Huh. The dark web story, I could probably expand on that. Make that into a fully fleshed out book. Hello, cottage. What are you learning Chinese over there? What are you doing? Are you from North Korea? That's what I meant. Because like my dark web story that's in my book and that I did a podcast on, I heard that in a fucking video. I heard that in a dark web video somewhere on YouTube fucking years before I wrote that story. I think I added a couple things to it. You know, not like I think I added like me at work and like the chatting in the box. Because I think like in the fucking the original story there was no like communication like in the chat and everything. I think I added that bullshit. Obviously I changed like some numbers and everything. And I just kind of like went with that, you know, but I told it like in short form, you know. So I feel like maybe I could expand on that, you know. But like again, like maybe like some of the but like Russian sleep experiments been done to death. I really like it. Elevator game, I feel like I could probably do something. I think I can. Where's my pen? I'm gonna write that down in my ideas. I could probably do something with the elevator game. Because like my big question with the elevator game is what's beyond. Like people never expand what's beyond the Red Cross. There we go. All right. They always focus on the fucking girl. They never focus on. Yeah, that's good. Okay. Yeah, because they always tell you to hit the like combination of buttons, don't look at the girl and everything like that. Like fucking okay, and they always focus on the fucking girl. But when you because for those of you who don't know the elevator game story, when you actually get to the place that you can get to where there's no electronics, where there's supposedly just a gray city with a red cross, that's all you ever hear about. What's in that fucking city? There's an open world right there that I can play with. That I don't believe anybody's ever fucking played with. I can add anything I fucking want to that world. I just found my fucking back rooms. Kane Parsons took a picture and made it into a world. I think I just did that. Because, like I said, we've heard of the little girl. You know, you hit the numbers and fucking don't look at the girl, don't look at her and shit. And then you get to the fucking special floor. I forgot. It's been a while since I've heard the fucking elevator story. We should watch the short film. Wait, is this the one? Or is this... No, not that one. Where's the fucking good one? No. Oh, come on. Where's the good movie at, man? Short film. No. Is this it? No. Oh, please don't tell me it's not on YouTube anymore. Man, damn. Man, shit. Double check, make sure I'm not too high. Can't be this one, right? This is only 6 minutes. I'm pretty sure it's longer than that. Yeah. Is it? No, that's only 4 minutes. I know it's longer than that. I want to say it's like 18 minutes. Oh, that's another video I need to add to my list that we need to get fucking rid of. Some fucking robotic voice talking about just describing a movie to me. And then me going to the comments to figure out what movie it is and it not being there. We need to get rid of that fucking type of video too. The girl saw a man got run over by a truck. She ran to help him and he saw that he was dead. It messed with her in like, fuck, man. Like, maybe somebody, but yeah, because like I can't find it. I remember watching it a couple times. Oh, wait. Is this it? No, that's not. Fuck. Yeah, I remember seeing a short film about it where like he makes it to like the top floor and you see like the fucking red. Yeah, we watched it. Yeah, he had like the Red Cross and shit like that. And it was like a gray city and shit. But like that's the part that like you always hear about in the elevator story, like stories and everything, elevator game stories and everything, but you never hear what's in that fucking city. Like, what else is that? What if you make it there? You don't look at the girl. Fuck, who is that girl? You know? I hate that shit. And then you have to leave a comment to see if somebody answers your question. Fuck that. If it ain't in the fucking comments, fuck it. I don't know what movie it is in. That's the way I look at it. Fucking, if it's not in the comments, well then fuck it. I don't get to watch it. More than likely, I've learned with the odds of it, if they're talking about like some fucking scene and everything, it's probably a scene from the show Shameless. That's what I have figured out. If you're like, gee, what is this? I've never seen it. More than likely, it's not a movie. It's from the show Shameless. Possibly Law and Order if it's a crime thing. It's not from a movie. It's from the show Law and Order. That's what I've learned with those. Every now and then they'll get a fucking movie. One of those actually got me. Like the man was on the one of those fucking videos got me, and I watched the whole fucking thing. I was like, wow, this movie sounds pretty fucking. This movie sounds like a cavalcade of fun. You know, that movie was called The Platform, and it was a Netflix movie. So I was like, fucking hey, I'm gonna go fucking watch this movie. And I watched the movie, and I kind of felt impartial to it. I was like, it was kind of like that Krusty the Clown meme. I was like, what the hell was that? You know, but it wasn't like so malicious. It was kind of like, what the hell was that? You know? Then the sequel came out. It was called The Platform 2, but it was a prequel. And I'm like, what the fuck? You know? So, like, I really hate those videos now. The videos where it's like half a clip of a movie, TV show, or something like that, and half a do-it-yourself fucking project, get rid of them. Fucking burn them. You know? Like, that's cool. You got me hooked with the fucking Steve Wilkos clip that I'm watching. I don't need to know how to fucking make a wallet out of fucking out of a Capri Sun, you know, thing too, you know. Wait, channel? What? Oh yeah, they have a full length movie. Yeah. But I don't want to see the full length one. I want the short one. What was the other video I said get rid of? Hold on. I posted on Facebook today. Because I saw one right before I made that post, and I was like, all right. Oh, yeah, there's like a video of like people, you can obviously see people talking. And there's no sound, or they put music over it. I'm like, why are we even posting the video? Like, other than Jason, why would you want to watch my stream on mute? You know? Like, oh, I'm just going to put it on with no sound. Like, or like, why would you, like, I saw the video that triggered it was I saw a kid. It was just like, look at kids' reaction to meeting Brock Lesnar. I was like, oh, this is going to be cool. And I clicked the video, and it's just music playing over it. And I'm just like, well, fuck, I would like to hear the fucking reaction that maybe this kid had or something like that. And all you see is Brock Lesnar like, hey, kid, you don't hear him say that, but you see his reaction to it and shit. And it's like, well, fuck, I'd like to hear it. So get rid of them videos, you know? Here's another, this is the big one right here. Fucking any OnlyFans bitch or fucking celebrity who posts like a little fucking reel or whatever. I hate when they did it because I noticed it, and you'll never believe who I fucking noticed it with. Fucking Megan Trainor. Megan Trainor, fucking, of all people, did this. I was scrolling my fucking reels on Instagram, and Megan Trainor was just like, hey guys, I need a movie to watch tonight. What should I watch? Question mark. You know, so I was like, well, fucking, I'm a movie aficionado, and I went to go fucking send her a movie. She has fucking messages turned off. And I'm like, then why the fuck are you asking us? I mean, to be fair, her fucking messages would be bombarded with like fucking thousands of fucking movie requests, I'm sure. But why fucking ask? You know? And there's an OnlyFans model that I used to fucking check out. And she would always post like fucking like, does this make my ass look big? But then she would turn off the comments. I'm like, why the fuck do you ask us questions like this? And then turn off the goddamn comments. Technically not video related, but fucking you get my point. You know? And the fucking movie one that we just went over. Get rid of all these fucking types of videos. Please. Okay, the short came out, then made a movie. Yeah, the short came out, yeah. Oh, here's your clip of Judge Judy. Here, also learn how to bake a cake at the same time. I'm like, the fuck? Plus, we're going to fucking put the cake baking at about fucking 15 times speed, too. Good luck. Okay, so you need to change it a bit. So if they do find out, they won't come after you for copyright. Aw, man, really? Well, it's been done, so I went that. If we're counting that as a fucking... let me click that again. Do they expand on the lore? I should have really read what it was about. All right, Ryan is an intern with a group of streamers. Okay, well, fuck. Elevator Gleam. He declines. The team film themselves undergoing the check. Okay, well, that's already fucked right there because they say electronics can't work in this environment in the elevator game period. So There you go. So that fucking devalues it right fucking there. Fifth floor woman. Okay. In the office, Ryan and Chloe encountered the woman. Permanently trapped in the spirit world. Okay. Okay. I ain't changing shit. Nobody owns the hair over my fucking head. I might have to watch the movie. Is the 13th floor? No, the elevator game is like they say when you get into an elevator and you press like fucking like a certain combination of numbers uninterrupted, it takes you to like a secret floor, where there's like a spirit world and shit, and all there is like a gray world with a red cross and everything. That's why I was gonna play the fucking movie, the short film that I've seen on it, but it turns out the short film is gone, which is a shame because it was really good. Oh, I was actually thinking about maybe the Vanishing Motel. But I don't know what else I could add to the Vanishing Hotel to make it fucking any more interesting. Hold on a sec. Okay, there we go. Oh, we got that. Trying to think of other creepypastas that I know. The Russian sleep experiment's been done to death. The man from Torrid, I could probably do something with. This is the one that doesn't really have an ending, right? Yeah, okay, I remember this hunk of shit. Why I gotta bring up bad shit? I don't think I've heard of that one. Vanishing Hotel, if you don't know, is these people apparently back in 1979 were traveling across. They were going. I want to say from the geography could be wrong, but I want to say they were driving from Spain to France, or they were driving a long distance in Europe. Okay, and they were getting tired, so they found a hotel, and they stayed there, and they were noticing like people were dressed old time, and I know it was in France because I know their total was in francs. I know that. People were dressed old time and everything like that. And when they went to go pay the bill in the morning, they looked at the total. They're like, this is for everything, the night, the breakfast, everything. And they're like, yeah. And they were just stunned because the price was so low. And so they paid it and everything. So they continued on their trip. And when they were coming back through, they're like, hey, we should stay there again since it was so cheap. And, you know, it's on the way and everything. When they went back to the same area that they were in, they could not find that place. You know, and not like, and they're like, oh, where is it? They went to the area that it was in and it was gone. They asked people around. They were like, nothing was ever there. You know? So I'm just like, but I don't know what I could add to it to make it any fucking different. You know? And the man from Torrid, if you don't know, there's a man who was pulled over in an airport. Not pulled over, but you know what I mean. He was pulled in an airport because his passport said he was from a country named Torrid. Well, if you don't know, Torrid doesn't exist. But he is insistent that his passport, which is real, it's coming back as real, is from the country of Torrid. You know? And they think he's joking. He flies in weekly. He has the stamps on his fucking passport and everything. He points to Torrid on a map, and I think they showed Romania. I don't know. I can't remember. But he pointed to where his country would be, and it's not there. So now it's really confusing, you know. So they give him a hotel for the night. They're like, we're gonna keep you here. Well, 8 o'clock. We'll figure it out in the morning. They come back to him in the morning. His stuff, him, gone, vanished, never seen again. That I feel like I could do something with. Put in a little chase somewhere, like he's trying to get the fuck out of town, like little nuts and everything. Yeah, that sounds like it goes somewhere for a bit, yeah. Or have you ever heard Disney left us to die? I think that could be interesting, but I don't want to get fucking sued. Hold on, I'm gonna look up famous creepy pastas. Here we go. Squidward suicide. I could turn that into a fucking book. You know, greatest thing ever. Abandoned by Disney. That's what it is. Ever Dream of This Man? That's considered a fucking creepypasta? Ever Dream of This Man? I don't think I can do anything with that. You would think I could do that after writing 2 books about fucking dreams. You would think I could fucking do something with that idea, and I can't. God, that's just Freddy Krueger 2.0. I was like, maybe he invades dreams and fucking not kill people, but like he invades them and fuck, I got nothing. Or maybe, okay, wait, this man book. I got it. Okay, I got it. Okay. Ever Dream of This Man as a book, right? This man, known as Alan Wong, name to be determined later. Alan Wong, he's a struggling comedian. Okay? Struggling comedian. His bits don't really work at the club. Okay? He invades people's dreams in hopes of trying out new bits, in hopes that they work at the club. Finally, by invading people's dreams, he finds the jokes that work on people. And then he's able to become successful. Is any of this fucking working? Nope. I had a fucking good line there for a bit, but yeah, I can't do anything with that. Man, I kind of want to do something with that now with Ever Dream of This Man, but I got nothing. Jeff the Killer? Fucking, I really don't know that much about Jeff the Killer. You would think I would know something about that. The Momo Challenge? Ooh, I could probably do something with that. Maybe Momo, like the Momo in this world is kind of like, what was fucking Fred Flintstone's alien friend? The Great Gazoo. Momo is like an evil Great Gazoo. And yeah, you never heard of Momo? This fucking thing? All right, we'll move on then. I had something for that, but all right. The hell's Funland? The Midnight Game, Robert the Rake. Yeah, Russian sleeping. I'm trying to think if I could even do anything different with that. Yes, I can do something different with that. You know what I could do different with the Russian sleep experiment? What hasn't? Does that? Are we familiar with the Russian sleep experiment before I even fucking do this? What it means to turn out to be a bad omen, kind of like Mothman. Yeah, I fucking that's too much for me. You never heard of the Russian sleep experiment? Like, what the fuck, man? All right, we're gonna do a first ever here. Hold on. Yeah, hold on. We're about to fucking. Oh, they don't have the fucking story on here? Hold on. Fucking Elijah, fucking up shit. Yeah, okay, all right. Here we go. Russian researchers in the late 1940s kept 5 people awake for 15 days using an experimental gas-based stimulant. They were kept in a sealed environment to carefully monitor their oxygen intake so the gas didn't kill them, since it was toxic in high concentrations. That was a weird read, I'm sorry. I've never done this before. Be gentle. All right. This was before closed circuit cameras, so they only had microphones and 5-inch thick glass porthole sized windows into the chamber to monitor them. The chamber was stocked with books and cots to sleep on, but no bedding. Oh, that sounds uncomfortable. As well as running water, a toilet, and enough dried food to last all 5 for over a month. The test subjects were political prisoners deemed enemies of the state during World War II. So Nazis. Let's call a spade here. Everything was fine for the first 5 days. The subjects hardly complained, having been promised falsely that they would be freed if they submitted to the test and did not sleep for 30 days. Their conversations and activities were monitored, and it was noted that they continued to talk about increasingly traumatic incidents in their past. The general tone of their conversations took on a darker aspect after the 4-day mark. After 5 days, they started to complain about the circumstances and events that led to where they were and started to demonstrate severe paranoia. They stopped talking to each other and began alternately whispering into the microphone in one-way mirrored portholes. Fuck me. Oddly, they all seemed to think they could win the trust of the experimenters by turning over their comrades, the other subjects in captivity with them. At first, the researchers suspected that At first, the researchers suspected this was an effect of the gas itself. Oh, there it is. After 9 days, the first of them started screaming. He ran the length of the chamber repeatedly, yelling at the top of his lungs for 3 hours, and nobody beat the fuck out of him. I would have dude, after like fucking 15 minutes, I'd be like, no, fucking get him down. Get him down. We're fucking quiet his ass down now. All right, sorry. At which point he continued attempting to scream, but was only able to produce occasional squeaks. The researchers postulated that he physically torn his vocal cords. The most surprising thing about this behavior was how the other captives reacted to it, or rather, didn't react to it. They continued whispering into the microphones until the second of their captives started to scream. The two non-screaming captives took the books apart, smeared page after page with their own shit. It says feces, but I figured I'd change it up. With their own shit, and pasted them calmly over the glass portholes. The screaming promptly stopped. So did the whispering into the microphones. After 3 more days passed, so if we're keeping score here, that's day 12. The researchers checked the microphones hourly to make sure they were working, since they thought it was impossible that no sound could be occurring with 5 people inside. The oxygen consumption in the chamber indicated that all 5 must still be alive. In fact, the amount of oxygen 5 people would consume at a very heavy level of strenuous exercise. On the morning of the 14th day, the researchers did something they said they would not do to get a reaction from the captives. They used the intercom inside the chamber, hoping to provoke any response from the people that were afraid were either dead or vegetables. They announced, "We are opening the chamber." That's a terrible intercom voice. Fuck it. "We are opening the chamber to test the microphones. Step away from the door and lie flat on the floor, or you will be shot, motherfucker." I added that part. "Compliance will earn you 1 of your immediate freedom." To their surprise, they heard a calm voice respond in a single phrase: "We no longer want to be free." Debate broke out among the researchers and military forces funding the research. Unable to provoke any more response using the intercom, it was finally decided to open the chamber at midnight on the 15th day. The chamber was flushed of the stimulant gas and filled with fresh air, and immediately voices from the microphones began to object. 3 different voices begging, as if pleading for the life of loved ones to turn the gas back on. The chamber was open and soldiers were sent in to retrieve the test subjects. Man, weird read I'm giving. They began to scream louder than ever, and so did the soldiers when they saw what was inside. 4 of the 5 subjects were still alive, although no one could rightly call the state of what any of them were in life. The food rations past day 5 had not been so much as touched. There were chunks of meat from the dead test subject's thighs and chest stuffed into the drain in the center of the chamber, blocking it and allowing for 4 inches of water to accumulate on the floor. Precisely how much water on the floor was actually blood was never determined. All 4 surviving, and it has it in quotes for some reason, test subjects also had a large portion of muscle and torn skin from their bodies. The destruction of flesh exposed bone on their fingertips indicated that the wounds were self-inflicted by hand and not teeth, as the researchers initially thought. Closer examination of the position and angles of the wounds indicated that most, if not all of them, were self-inflicted. All right, you get the fucking idea. All right. If it didn't go on for like another fucking 14 paragraphs, I'd read it all. But pretty much they fucking just keep screaming for the fucking gas. It's fucking, yeah. But it's good. It's good. I think there's a short film on YouTube about it. I think they actually did they do a full length of it? I can't remember. Short. There we go. What the fuck is this thumbnail for it? Oh yeah, here it is. Yeah. That's the one I paid for.